And we're going to show you exactly how in the next couple of minutes.
Now I'm going to talk about the down and dirty of getting lots and lots of money. Now before I do, I'm going to throw out a little FTC disclaimer here. If you watch this video, just automatically assume that your arms will fall off, you'll bleed and die, and you'll never make any money again for the rest of your life. You'll never drive a Ferrari, you'll never ride on private jets, and you won't have thousands of dollars flowing into your bank account instantly, whether you work or not. FTC disclaimer aside, let's show you how to get lots of money. All right, let's get into this here real quick. Now, I discovered something a few years ago called a funded proposal that changed my life. See, when I got started in the marketing industry, it was actually back in 2002, and it was offline in an old school network marketing business. I'm not going to say the name, but I'll just tell you it rhymes with Ramway, and I failed miserably for years. I literally tried everything to succeed. I did everything my sponsor told me to do. I wandered around in Walmart. I wandered around in shopping malls, and literally the very first guy I sponsored, I kid you not, I met in a shopping mall, and after 3.5 years of pain, displeasure, and frustration, working a business part-time and working a job full-time, I had less money in my bank account than when I started, and it sucked. Why? Because I didn't know the secret key to making lots and lots and lots of money, and I never discovered the internet and how easy it was to connect with millions of people all over the world. I wandered around to get money. Well, what I'm going to show you in this video is how to get lots of money without wandering around, how to get lots of money without spending lots of money on advertising. I'm going to show you how to get lots of money, how to build a big business while you have a life at the same time. And if you really desire to do great, huge things in life and impact thousands of people and sponsor thousands of people in countries all over the world, I'm going to show you how to do it without picking up the phone. It's all through one singular concept called a funded proposal. Now, how does a funded proposal work? Now, before I get into this, I'm going to tell you something here, that when I show you how this works, I've got to do another disclaimer. This is not because of the FTC. This is because there's a bunch of gurus out there that are full of bullshit. And what they're going to tell you is, you got to brand yourself to make money. They're going to tell you you got to be the face of the message. They're going to tell you you got to have these personalized sales funnels. They're going to tell you that you've got to be your own graphic designer, that you've got to do your own product launches, that you've got to build your own products from scratch. And let me tell you something, guys. It's absolute horseshit. Why? Here's what most people do when they get in this industry. They try something where, here's what it is, they try to fake it till you make it, right? And what does that really do? First of all, it's lying. Second of all, you wind up broke. Third of all, the rest of the world looks at our niche and they say, this is an entire industry of lying hosers who are full of horse shit. I'm going to watch The Simpsons, right? If you want to chase people out of your business, if you want to chase people out of your life, try to be the message and lie to get to the top. That's what fake it till you make it is. I'm going to show you how to do this concept of a funded proposal. I'm going to show you how to get money flown into your bank account daily. I'm going to show you how I've sponsored thousands of people telling the truth without picking up the phone through something called direct response marketing in a way that's attractive literally to your grandma, and you don't even have to talk to her to make lots of money. So how does this concept work? Well, it's really simple. Instead of wandering around, you got to realize something. There's something called a target market. I'm going to call that a TM. Now, your target market is not your grandma, it's not your friends and family, it's not the people in Walmart, it's not the people in shopping malls. It's the people out there that want to change their life, that want to make decisions, that want to have great things coming into their life all the time and are ready to take action now. And here's the cool thing, they got credit cards, they got money, they want to spend it, and they want to spend it with you. There are millions of people at every minute of the day online looking for solutions, literally praying. If they're Christian and if they're atheists, sometimes they're praying and they're saying, God, please, how can I get more money? Right? Would you rather sell to somebody like that? Or would you rather hunt somebody down to sell? So that's the first thing you got to realize. So there's a little formula to get in lots of money through this concept called a funded proposal. Here's the formula. First thing that you got to have is you got to have a website. Now, this is a prerequisite. Now, there's solutions to having websites, and I'm not going to get into those right now because I'm going to talk about the formula. We're going to get into websites here in a second, but you got to have a website because your visitors got to have something to go to when they arrive, right? And the next thing that you've got to do is you got to get lots and lots of traffic. Now, this is a science all on its own. You know that? Did you know that it's not very easy to sit down with Grandma on a napkin and say, Grandma, let me give you the formula for unlimited web traffic. Did you know it's a little more complicated than that? This here is a skill to learn. Now, if it's all you've got to learn, it's actually not that hard. But if you have to do the rest of what I'm about to tell you in the formula, it's very hard. And I got to be honest about that. And that's why most of this guru stuff is just a bunch of horse shit. All right, let me get into this formula here real quick. You've got to then take your traffic, which remember is lots and lots of people who want your stuff, who are visiting your website, and you've got to turn that traffic into leads. What does that mean? It means you're capturing their information. Just like Facebook captures your information when you go to Facebook and you register for an account, you give them your birthday, you give them all the information about your life. You've got to capture as much information as possible from all your visitors, and that's step 2. Now this here is another skill that will take you 6 months or a year to learn. Now what's step 3 after you get leads? You got to know how to sell them stuff, which means number 1, you got to have something to sell, and number 2, you got to know how to sell. What's the problem with that? Most people can't sell. Chances are, if you're watching this video, if you're honest and you detach and you're not doing affirmations, and what do we call affirmations as normal human beings? We call them lies to your subconscious mind. Trying to get yourself to believe something that ain't true never changed anybody's personality. I hope you guys realize that. Folks, most people are not good at selling. Let's be honest here. We have guests over who are wife's family friends here, because of course I'm married now, getting past the banana tree story. Right? And there's one of the guys here, and one of the things he was explaining to my brother and I just the other night is he's like, man, I hate public speaking. I don't like to talk in front of people. And do you know 98% of the world suck at selling even if they're taught how to do it? And let's admit it. So that's the next step, and this is usually where people get screwed up, because even if they get traffic and even if they learn to get leads, which is hard, they can't sell stuff worth shit. Next step you got to do is you got to keep your customers around. Next step you got to do is you got to sell them more stuff. Now, here's the problem. About 70% of this is selling. The rest of it is technology. Only one thing, and that's traffic, is something that everybody can do. So immediately most people are totally blown out of the formula. Now, to get this formula to work, there's an escalation curve on how you sell stuff to people. You got to start low and you got to go high. Did you know that it's not very easy to get leads and to sell them something for $500, but it's very easy to get a lead and sell them something for $25? And then it's very easy to get the lead who bought something for $25 to then buy something for $100, to then buy something for $250 and buy something for $500. However, that same person, if you just hit them up for $850, they'll say, screw you. So what you got to have is you got to have a ladder of escalation in your sales process to get the results that you want. Now, if you don't have all of this formula in place, you are screwed with making money on the internet. And this is why, folks, I'm going to tell you something right now. There's truth and then there's not truth, right? There's teaching people how to do things right, and there's teaching them the way that's not right. And the reality and the truth of the matter is that if you want to get lots and lots of money in your business and you want to get the results that you want, you've got to learn how to put together a sales process that creates conversions and results that are extraordinary. This is the formula that I discovered. Now here's the benefit when I discovered the formula. Is I knew how to sell stuff like a maniac because of years and years of old school selling in homes and living rooms, giving speeches on stage, teachings that I was taught my entire life. I knew how to sell stuff like the best of them. But what was the not benefit of me starting? I didn't understand technology, I didn't understand the internet, I didn't understand video technology, I didn't know how to put the whole process together, but I knew how to sell stuff. Well, that's 70% of the formula. So for me, when I got on the internet, I was able to take an existing skill set and make lots of money fast. But what I noticed was when I started bringing my teams in, I started sponsoring hundreds of people, and I started selling products and services literally every day of the week, 7 days a week, multiple people buying things from me. Even when I taught people exactly how to do what I was doing, it didn't work for them. And there's some missing keys to the formula that I've discovered out there online. For example, most people are involved in companies, systems, products, opportunities that take forever to make any money. Right? Like when I got started online, for example, all the stuff that I sold, I earned piddly little tiny itty bitty witty commissions, and they took like 30, 45 days to get to me. For example, I told you in 90 days I had a $25,000 a week. Well, after 90 days I had a $25,000 a week. I felt like I was rich, except for I couldn't cash the check because it didn't come for a month and a half because the company that I earned the check from was skeptical. They controlled the income. They thought I was cheating or something because it was too many sales too quick. They'd never seen anything like it. So even though I'd made the money, I had to wait to get it. Like another 2.5 months it took to actually get the money that I earned. So most people, number one, their commissions are too small. You ever sold something for like 30, 40, 50 bucks and your check was like 10, 15, $20? Well, that's what we call wussy commissions here. It doesn't work very well. If you want to make a lot of money, if you want to get fast results, if you want to have money flowing into your bank account daily, if you want to escalate your marketing to new heights, You've got to be able to get direct 100% commissions. It's the missing part of the formula. See, here's what happened to me. I started making lots and lots and lots of money selling lots and lots of stuff because I was good. I noticed my team couldn't do it, so I put together tools, systems, and processes so they could just get traffic and they could use my ability to sell. But here's the problem. After a while, I noticed, God, this is really hard to make a few $1,000s. This is really difficult for people. People have to be extraordinary producers. Most network marketing companies, you got to have 10,000 downline to make $5,000. And I said, there's got to be a way to make bigger, faster money. So I put together my own products. I put together my own services. And you know what happened to me? Is I started selling stuff and getting instant direct commissions. I started selling my own stuff and getting 100% commissions. And you know what the difference was? Well, I had one product. It was $495. I'm going to give you an example. I also had a network marketing business that I was selling, and it was also $495. Great company. I'm still making a lot of money from that company today. But you know what I discovered? I discovered that when I sold something for $495, first of all, it was easier to sell information than it was my network marketing business. So I made 3 times the sales with my own product than I did by selling a network marketing business. When I was teaching people how to do something, when I was teaching them the step-by-step skills, I actually sold 3 times as much with the same marketing materials, same presentations, same information, and same skills than I did selling the network marketing business. But here's the other thing that I found fascinating with this $500, is I was making 5 times the money. Because here when I sold this, I made $100. Now there's nothing wrong with $100, I'll take it all day and night. But when I sold this, guess how much I made? $495. So not only did I make 3 times the sales, right? But I also made now 3 times, it's like 15 times the money, right? Because you're talking 3 times the product sales and 5 times the money from each sale. So just that one decision, that one distinction totally changed my life. It changed what I taught people. It changed the results and the success around me. I went from making, I want you to listen carefully here, because I was making good money when I made this discovery. I went from making $1,000 a day working all day and night, right? $1,000 a day is a lot of money, to instantaneously making $3,000 a day working about half the time. All right? What's that distinction? The distinction is you've got to be able to get 100% commissions. You've got to have money coming directly to you. You got to have money depositing into your bank account daily. 20% commissions is not enough to sustain growing a business. If you want to get money and you want to get money fast, you've got to have customers who are paying you. You've got to be able to control your cash flow. You've got to be able to get definitely high percentages, but folks, in the affiliate marketing space, highest commissions you're going to get are 50%, and that's from somebody being generous. Folks, if you want to get the results that you want and you want money coming into your bank account, you got to be able to get 100% commission. See, this is what the reality is for me. I'm more concerned about my team than I am myself. Folks, I've made more money than I could spend for a long time. Now, I know my brother told you a hilarious story, and I lived in a van, honestly, a long time. My wife and I were totally poor. I got fired from God every job I ever had because I hated working for corporate America. I wanted to be free more than anything. I was willing to do whatever it took to do that. But you know the reality is, folks, is I was miserable selling this wussy-ass stuff, getting these weak little pussy commissions of 20%. I was miserable. All day and night, frustrated and in pain to get itty-bitty, tiny little commission checks. And you know, I knew that if I'm in pain, my team's in pain too. So guess what I did? I said, I'm going to set out on a mission to get people 100% commissions. But here's the problem. See, at this point, I was already credible. I was already making lots of money. I already had proof. You know what? Want to know how to sell something? I'm going to tell you guys how to get the results that you want in selling, and it's the easiest formula you've ever heard in your life. Let me tell you exactly how to do it. This is all you got to do. Hi, my name's Dave. I've done millions of dollars of sales in the last year. I started a company. We did $3.5 million in 90 days. We paid commissions out of $3.5 million over 150 countries. We built a team of 17,000 people in the last 90 days, and I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it, and if you join and if you buy right now, I'm going to teach you that secret. And did you know that's all you need to do to sell? You need results. Well, when you don't have results, did you know that that's really hard to get that same result? It's really hard to sell the same product because nobody wants to listen to you. And most people's solution is to lie. Don't tell the truth, they say. Brand yourself. Make your own videos, but you suck at selling. And let's just admit, not everybody's good at selling. So I said, I'm going to put products together for people that got sales conversions that are mystical and magical, because I know how to do that stuff. But rather than paying people these wussy little bullshit 20% commissions, I'm going to let them get 100%. And do you want to know something magical happen? And I'm going to tell you the key to making this work here in a second. Something magical happened, and what's that? We had 100 people make $5,000 in 90 days. We built a team of 17,000 people in 150 countries. We built a site that went into the top 1,000 sites on the internet in 90 days. And it's just the beginning is what happened. We had a sales video that converted at 20% from the day we launched it. That means 20 out of 100 people who watched that video decided to get in. And did you know there's almost nobody in the world that can do that? And you want to know what the beautiful thing is? Nobody even knows who we are. And that's what's possible, but it's only possible when one thing is true. See, there's stuff out there that gets you 100% commissions paid directly to you. There's stuff out there where money comes from customers to you. There's stuff out there that pays you lots and lots and lots of money, but you want to know the truth, most of it's schemy-ass bullshit. So I said, if I'm going to get 100% commissions, I want high-quality products, and this is the key. I got to get stuff out to people that they want to buy, even if they don't want to get money. I got to put products together and services together that's so simple that grandma can do it. We've got to get training that's so powerful that it can transform people to change, that's so informative that people look at it and they say, I want to get that now, even if they don't want to get money. And you know what the reality is? That's what we did. So we formed this company, and as of this video, we've paid you guys $3.5 million, and it's just the beginning, but you know what the distinction is, and this is the key? Badass products that you just look at and you say, I want to get that now.